Thank you for being here right now. I truly believe you did not click on this message by accident. There is a reason your spirit was pulled into this moment, because something has shifted around you in the unseen realm. Welcome, beloved soul. And if this is your first time listening, I want you to feel safe, encouraged, and spiritually at home. Before we begin, make sure you subscribe and turn on all notifications so you never miss a message meant to guide your steps. This is Power of Bible Words, and here we walk through every season with faith, clarity, and truth. Right now, I want you to type a faith-filled phrase in the comments. Write "I receive" or "I believe," because your words carry spiritual weight. Your declaration becomes alignment. Your alignment becomes movement. And today's message requires your spirit to be open, positioned, and ready. Also take a moment to like the video, because engagement helps this message reach someone else who desperately needs it. There is something I need to tell you today, something deeply connected to what you did last year, last action, your last decision, your last prayer, the last seed you planted, the last step you took even when everything around you felt uncertain. What you did last has unleashed a shocking revelation that heaven has been waiting to show you. You may not even realize it yet, but that last move you made spiritually activated a change. It set something in motion, something that has been quietly building behind the scenes. Maybe your last move was stepping away from someone who constantly drained your peace. Maybe it was choosing to forgive someone who never apologized. Maybe it was letting go of a habit that was destroying your joy. Maybe your last move was choosing to trust God in a moment when fear was shouting louder than faith. Perhaps it was a silent prayer, whispered through tears, asking God to intervene in your life one more time. Whatever that last act was, it opened a door, the word says in Proverbs 18:12. Before destruction, the heart of a man is haughty, and before honor is humility. That last act of humility, that moment where you bowed your heart and not your head, positioned you for honor that you haven't even seen yet. Your last step aligned you with a revealing from God that will explain why you went through everything you did. It will explain why certain people left. It will explain why certain opportunities closed. It will explain why you felt tension that you couldn't put into words. You see, God is a revealer. He never allows a faithful heart to walk blindly without direction. You didn't know it then, but heaven was watching your last move closely. And when you made that decision, whether it was obedience, surrender, forgiveness, or courage, you signaled to the spiritual realm that you were ready for something bigger. Matthew 6:33 reminds you, "Seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added to you." When you made that last move, you sought God first, even if it didn't look dramatic from the outside. Heaven saw it. Heaven counted it. Heaven responded to it. I want you to listen closely, because the revelation unfolding around you is not simply about blessings. It's about clarity. It's about God showing you things you once overlooked. It's about God exposing things you didn't see before. It's about God making you aware of spiritual patterns that were hidden in plain sight. Isaiah 43:19 speaks directly into this moment. "See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it?" Your last move shifted your perception. It sharpened your spiritual sight. Something new has begun, and this time your spirit is alert enough to notice it. Some of you have recently felt a strange intensity in the atmosphere around you. You may not be able to explain it, but it feels like something is waking up. Something is stirring. Your sleep has been different. Your thoughts have been more reflective. Your emotions have been more sensitive. Your intuition has been louder. That is not a coincidence. That is revelation unfolding. Your spirit is picking up the shift before your eyes see the manifestation. You did something that made heaven lean in. You made a move that signaled maturity. You made a choice that said you are no longer operating out of fear, insecurity, or old wounds. You stepped into what God has been preparing you for. And the moment you did, the spiritual atmosphere around you responded. Psalm 37:23 says, "The steps of a good person are ordered by the Lord, and He delights in their way." That last step you took was not random. You thought you were acting out of emotion. You thought you were just trying to survive. But God had ordered that moment long before you arrived at it. He delighted in that step. He approved it. He attached purpose to it. There are times when God waits for us to make one move, one shift, one decision, not because He needs it, but because He honors our free will. He honors the choices we make with our hearts. And when your last move aligned with His will, it broke something open spiritually. You are entering a season where things that were hidden will start coming to the surface. People's intentions will become clearer. Opportunities that seemed frozen will suddenly thaw and move in your favor. Conversations that never happened before will suddenly arise. Doors you thought were locked will start clicking open. Revelation is unfolding in your life, and it's because what you did last created an opening for divine intervention. Sometimes the revelation doesn't come wrapped in light. Sometimes it comes wrapped in exposure. Sometimes God reveals who was never truly for you. Sometimes He reveals why something ended abruptly. Sometimes He reveals why He kept you from places you desperately wanted to be. Your last move made it possible for God to show you these things without interference. You are spiritually stronger now. You are spiritually wiser now. You are spiritually more grounded now. In Jeremiah 33:3, God says, "Call to me, and I will answer you and show you great and mighty things you do not know." You may not have realized it, but your last prayer was a calling out. Your last act of surrender was a calling out. Your last moment of faith was a calling out. And God is responding by revealing what has been hidden from you. Some of you have been wondering why certain relationships feel different, why certain conversations feel heavier, why some people seem to be distancing themselves, why certain environments suddenly feel uncomfortable. This is revelation. God is pulling back the veil so you don't walk into your new season blind. Do not be afraid of this shift. Do not resist it. God reveals to protect, not to frighten. God reveals to prepare, not to punish. Ephesians 5:13 says, "Everything exposed by the light becomes visible, and everything that is illuminated becomes a light." What God is revealing around you is meant to guide your next steps. There is no confusion in this season unless you ignore what God is showing you. There is no uncertainty unless you cling to things God is separating you from. You prayed for clarity. Your actions aligned with that prayer. Now heaven is delivering the clarity you ask for. This revelation will shock you because it will explain so much. It will explain the delays. It will explain the warfare. It will explain the inner battles. It will explain the heaviness you felt for no reason. Revelation is the language God uses when He is about to elevate you. You cannot step into a higher level with old understanding. You cannot enter a divine opportunity with human vision. God reveals so you can rise. You did something last that unlocked this moment. You positioned your heart. You aligned your spirit. And now you are stepping into a season where God will not only show you what has been hidden, He will also show you what is coming. Revelation is not just about uncovering the past. It is about preparing you for the future. It is about showing you the roadmap. It is about showing you the open door. It is about showing you the spiritual resources assigned to you. Psalm 32:8 says, "I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will guide you with my eye." This is personal. This is intentional. This is tailored to your life. God is not revealing things to overwhelm you. He is revealing things because you are ready for the next phase. Make sure you like this video if the message is speaking to your spirit. And if you haven't yet, type your faith declaration in the comments. Type "I receive" or "I believe," because your engagement is also part of your activation. You have stepped into a spiritually charged moment in your life. Heaven is closer than you think. The signs, the shifts, the nudges, the dreams, the inner feelings, you are not imagining them. What you did last triggered all of this.